Yeesh, cold out. Gotta cross the stream again. It's gonna be a little tricky. I hate when I'm at a delay. It's pretty though, where the ice forms. So I'll find an appropriate spot to attempt my crossing without falling down. Guess I'll walk all the way down and see if the stepping stones are passable, but it doesn't seem likely with all this ice. Well, anyway, I don't see on the other side, hopefully. Yeah, didn't make it. I had to walk across the water. That wasn't too bad, though. I don't know, not too much water in my feet. I got some sort of insulating things in there, so I should be okay. But anyway, I thought I'd do a response video with Nick. Stinking bastard. No. 4 videos or whatever it was this morning. Just so hard to listen to this stuff. You know, somehow humans are genetically disposed to their lots in life, and oh, it's just such a incredible pile of crap. We're not bees. We're not bugs. All that crap doesn't mean anything. There's no such thing as blue blood, Nick. There's possession. And possession and ownership is inherited. It doesn't have anything to do with merit. There can be thousands of years of held control and power by people that are quite factually insane. No leadership attributes whatsoever, except the fact that they inherited an empire. And then you get the whole aspect of, the genetic mixes are always 50% dilutions. So if you have a Ivan the Terrible or some kind of, monstrous genetic machine, his wife isn't going to be such a thing. His offspring are going to be 50% dilutions. And it's just silly talk. It's stupid nonsense. And we're genetically disposed to this leadership thing. It's absolute nonsense. Of course it's conditioning. It's how you're maturated and then how you're positioned. You have to, Donald Trump without his $10 million 17th birthday present, who would he be? Be some obnoxious troll that everybody kicks down the street. It's just such crap. Anyway. And it's not about leaders. Again, this is about a system. It's not about people. You don't need the damn people. What you need is rules to the game. I mean, you can have a game of cricket. I'm going to go back to this analogy, and I'd like you to explain why the analogy of all the other games we play somehow don't fit with this economics game. It's just another game with an intended purpose to, encourage or incite a certain end through a certain contest, a certain measurement of performance. So here we go. What is there? There's rules to the game. There's umpires. There's players. All the players can be maniacal, cheaty, all kinds of. They can be entirely motivated by selfishness and maliciousness. But guess what? They can't break the rules of the game. There's accountability, and that's all you need. You put accountability into a system, and it's not broken anymore. You have rational, well-constructed rules of the game. You're going to have a good game. And it's not only just stupid futility, but yeah, it's really destructive. This nitpicking, naysaying garbage that somehow we can't elevate this game because we are going to have good people to do it. No, all we need is a good constitution, some good rules, and those can be made. Yeah, so those are going to require some take chargers, some people in the right position to do the right thing, but it's infinitely doable. It's not some sort of brick wall that we can't climb. This is just, I mean, I'm sorry, but I don't even know how to react to how myopic and immature I see your vision as. To start going back to our genetics as a justification for capitalism, unaccountable, cheaty, broken, unsophisticated, slavery-type capitalism is just silly. So anyway, it's just about creating rules and having accountability. Let the people in the stands, they'll see the game, they'll see what happens, they'll see the umpire decisions, they'll see everything, and in the end, they'll ultimately decide whether it was a fair game or not. And they'll voice their little boos and their oohs and their ahs, and the system will react to that pressure. And it's game on. So let's talk about how to engineer accountability in a system. Maybe that would make more sense than talking about this nonsense of genetic hierarchies. And again, you can talk about this ladder crap, that there's still going to be people at the bottom of the ladder and people at the top of the ladder. Fine. What we're talking about is how long is the ladder. We're talking about the proportions of the pyramid, not the fact that a pyramid might exist. And I think that's a perfectly rational conversation to have. Really reasonable. What is the top of the ladder should mean that you're on the moon? Come on, silly. We don't need a ladder with that many rungs in it. We can certainly get rid of that stupidity. We can certainly impose simple rules that say, we just don't make the ladder too damn big. It's like, again, like in cricket or baseball or football, you got a problem, you fix it. People hitting too many home runs, well, you move the fences out a little bit further. And we haven't done that because everybody's acquiesced, not to our superiors, not to our betters, not to anything that could be called a rational definition of a leader. No, we've given the system to a bunch of liars and crooks. Not leaders, not betters. They're cheaters. They're willing to cheat. That's not admirable. That's not blue blood. That's black blood. And we should squash them like bugs. And all we need is a mechanism to allow people to do that. To see them for what they are. To see through the propaganda and the bullshit. And to impose proper accountability. To impose something called honesty. Reality. Yeah, that's a good word. Reality. So anyway, really not very good videos, Nick. I don't know where you're getting this idea that we haven't evolved for 5 million years, but we have. And it's like, I guess by your standards, we haven't evolved for about 200 billion. I mean 200 million, but I just call bullshit. We're quite capable as individuals of acclimating to many different kinds of roles in society, and leadership is just a matter of engineering. I mean, come on, it's just a matter of being a good engineer. So whatever, we really don't. We are sophisticated enough if the propagandists will allow people to be sophisticated enough, they can be smarter than they are. They don't have to keep falling for the goop. And but as long as people like you keep telling them they're goopers, I guess they will. So anyway, really hated your videos. The end.